can rock the spot, can you rock the spot? I can rock the spot, can you? I can rock the spot, can you rock the spot? Oh, we are the we rock, we are the we rock, we are the we rock. I be the rapper with the DJ called Charity, and he can cut so fast it makes you know.
Charity, he can rock, he's Baltimore #1 this time. And when it comes to funky people,
for you guys who don't know, I've been diagnosed with prostate cancer. So my doctors, they're scheduling me to start treatment immediately. It's a tough one. I first was told I had it, I fell out. I like literally fainted. I mean, like out. There's no, it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough one. When God gave me opportunity at a second chance, I knew all that was gonna come with it. Listen, you don't get to work hard and treat people right and think it's gonna be easy. No. Where did the musical journey start? So this journey started back in 1980, late 79. My brother, whose name was Lefty, real good with basketball, very well known here in West Baltimore. He went into the Army and he met a guy named Frankie Bolden that was from New York City. And, during leave time, they used to come home to my mom's house, and Frankie had this information for me along with a cassette tape about these DJs up in the Bronx and other areas in New York City DJing, and these guys rapping over top of the music. And it like just caught my ear when I first heard it, Me, myself, I can't dance. I was never a dancer at all, And me listening to this music, back then they had component sets out. And what I would do is I would go downstairs, put James Brown on, my mother component sets, wicked like the stuff I heard on the cassette tape. And, behold, my mother would start dancing. And I was like, wow. So even though I knew that I couldn't dance, I knew that I could participate in making other people dance with this art of music that I never heard before in the way it was done. So again, I started out mixing on my mom's component set, breaking needles. And I had such of a passion for it. In school, the highest I went was the 8th grade, and I was always told that you're never gonna be nothing. I used to joke my way and through class and all that old stuff. And this music. DJing, listen to these guys up in New York play this music, man. It gave me a purpose in life, which in turn gave me a goal. Because we all know that a life without a goal is a life without no purpose. And my purpose I seen when I seen my mom get up off that chair and started dancing was, wow. This can be therapeutic and helpful in so many ways to bring joy to people. So, my first set of turntables was Technique B1s. And when I got these turntables, man, there's a guy named Mixmaster Phil who taught me how to mix. And another guy named Richard, they DJ at a club downtown called the Stars Palace. And the more I used to go down to this club and watch these guys, DJ and how does he make the crowd move. It was just so amazing and so much magic in what they was doing, man. And you know, just bringing unity to people and I just knew that even though I couldn't, you know, be at my best performance in school, here's something, man, that I instantly fell in love with, that I knew that I can, that would give me purpose in life. And once I learned how to DJ, again, it's early 80s, I started DJing, and there was this guy named Jeffrey McLean. The world knew him as Jeffrey G. And Jeffrey, I was from McCullough Homes Projects. Jeffrey was from Murphy Homes. And Jeffrey, you know, I used to go around a recreation center called Robert C. Marshall and Joseph C. Briscoe. And Jeffrey used to be around there playing basketball. And at this time, people knew that I started, you know, indulging in DJing. And Jeffrey told me that he could rap. You know, and the whole world knew how much Jeffrey loved to talk. If you ever met Jeffrey, you know, God bless his soul, he's passed on now. But if you ever met Jeffrey, he had so much energy, and he was so grateful about rapping, man. He just loved the art of rapping. And one day I told him, let me hear you rap. And man, Jeffrey, man, he was amazing. Let me leave it like that. He was amazing. And what we done was we hooked up and we started creating this sound that I was listening to on the cassette tapes that came from New York City. That I told you guys earlier that his name was Easy B, real name Frankie Bolden. He's let me listen to on the cassette tapes. So when Jeffrey started rapping over beats, and you know, I was in the background scratching them, boom. What happened was the guy who taught me how to Mixmaster Phil, and the other guy, Richard, they was on an AM station in Baltimore called WWIN. And I asked them, you know, could they get me on the radio? And they said, well, we don't know if we can get you on there, but what we will do, we'll introduce you to Mac James. So at that time, Mac James, he had a radio show that was called Flight 712, which came on at 7 p.m. in the evening and went off at midnight, 12 midnight. And when they introduced me to Mac James, he invited me over to the station, and he said, just like Richard and Mixmaster Phil told you, I can't promise you that I can put you on the radio, but what I can do is I can play your mix, and if the listeners like what they hear, then boom, you can be on the radio. You know, it's up to them. So he played my mix, and the lights on the phone lit up. Man, they was calling, and they was excited about who is this guy mixing like that and scratching where the scratch stuff come from. Because you know, again, it's the early '80s, and scratching and stuff like that wasn't introduced to Baltimore at that time. And so they approved of it. They liked what they heard. You know, back then I was playing songs like Good Times and Ron Mason and Crew, Herbie Hancock, and thereafter I introduced Jeffrey G to Mac James. And again, Mac James said, well, I can't promise you that I could put y'all on the radio with the rap. But what I can do is play it, and if the listeners like what they hear, we can put you on the radio. So again, Mac James played Jeffrey G in my song, which was called Check It Out, Check. With the most respect, I'm MC Jeffrey G, and I got it like that. Man, those lines lit up like crazy. I mean, crazy. And man, they was calling in. Man, they wanted to meet Jeff and myself. And at that time, 1400 AM was at Waverly Tower Shopping Center on Greenmount Avenue. But the door that we used to use to get into the radio station was on Exeter Street. And man, people used to come up to that door. They used to wait for us to leave out. They wanted autographs, pictures. It was just amazing. Just amazing. Man, oh man, it was a great time to be alive, man. You know, you had clubs like Pascal's, Giovanni's, the Underground, Odell's, Signals, and we used to have, you know, back then it wasn't from 8, 9 until 2 a.m. You know, the parties used to go from 10 at night to 5 in the morning to 6 in the morning. Some of the parties was from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. We had all night movies downtown, the Hippodrome, the Mayfair, and just the fame. That's when they had like puff levers and ski suits and things of that nature. Biker shorts. Man, myself, I got caught up in the fame. Man, people should come out from all around, you know, to watch me DJ, to come party with me at the Underground. I mean, we talking about lines wrapped around the building of this Underground located at 2114 Emerson Avenue. I'll never forget the address. Man, we talking about, you know, the hustlers, big gold ropes on, the ladies, but, you know, with the bad boom earrings, you know, like the LL Cool J song, the Round the Way Girls. And, man, you would just see all these people. I would just see all these people in the club partying, man, living life, man, looking fly. And, I had a friend one day who told me, you know, introduced me to heroin, is what it's called, you know. And he said, man, if you use just a little bit of this, you know, you can have sex with whatever female all night long, you know. And in my mind, I just wanted to have sex longer than what you normally supposed to have sex, and when I never knew that me using that substance would turn into a lifetime of degradation. So I started, you know, sniffing heroin, you know. In the parties, at the clubs, you would see people pass around album covers and dollar bills with dope and coke in it. And everybody partying and sniffing dope because it was the thing to do at the time, you know. It wasn't like now where you see people dressed the way they dress, you know. You know, people, man, they was using drugs. They had on all these gold chains and the flies clothes, you know. It was plenty of money back then. And I got caught up in that hype, you know. We used to hang out on Pennsylvania Avenue, the 1500 block of Pennsylvania Avenue. I myself personally, I wasn't into selling drugs. That wasn't my thing. My friends that was into selling drugs, when they used to try to encourage me to come on the avenue with them, I always found a good reason to go back home to the turntable, you know. I would tell them, man, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. I'm going out and take a piss, and that was my way to get away from that, you know. But once I started, you know, sniffing the dope after I was introduced to the heroin, I started sniffing the heroin. I became a part of the stuff that I used to try to escape from, and I started taking Lil Wayne, I believe. I don't want to say that he do it, but they call it lean. Back then we called it syrup and Dortons. you know, and I would start taking certain Dortons and sniffing coke and sniffing dope. And slowly but surely, those drugs started robbing me of my self-identity. Layer by layer, you know, and it got so bad to where a friend of mine named Edward, he passed on now. He used to always say, man, you don't even fit the hype of your name, you know, because I had fell off so bad. I mean, superstars. I don't want, name their name, but superstars, man, who I used to do shows with. We all used to sit down together and get high. Now, when I'm doing like my events, when I go to parties, the substance has changed from the powder inside the bill to the liquid inside the cup. And that's what I see when I see it. When I see the cups, I don't see just a cup inside the DJ's hand. I don't see a cup just inside the MC's hand. I see a dollar bill. I see something, man, that can so easily rob you of your identity and your internal jewels, which is your authenticity and who you really are. I became a lot of things that I didn't want to become in order to try to satisfy a lifestyle that I really didn't like. I mean, I really, really didn't like getting high, man. I paid a very high price to live a low lifestyle. You know, and it's painful. It hurts. And here today, I have 8 years clean, no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. And I use that very same pain to put the fire behind my determination that I have now. Well, the social economical part back then for me was like, it was bittersweet. Back then, man, you had politicians who used to give out like free cheese, trying to get voted into office. You used to see these real long cheese lines, and you had people, politicians again, creating, how can I say it, drug scenes with large amounts of keys of cocaine and stuff like that, and only to also create the bust, like if somebody else did it. Me personally, it was a, compared to now, it was a great time to be alive again. You had at the time, the mayor at that time was Kirk Smoke. And Kirk Smoke, man, he was real heavy on like drug dealers. Putting his foot down on different people's necks, which I think in turn, he should have been trying to catch the ones that was flying it over here. Because I've lived in an era, man, before crack. And before crack, like I say, man, you could be a drug dealer, man. I mean, a drug addict, and you dress nice. You got all the nice stuff. But man, when that crack epidemic came, it just wiped everything out, man. People, morals and principles, everything went out the door. It was terrible. We became more at each other's necks. About $5, a $5 piece of crack. It was bad, man. It was terrible. And if you was an addict at that time trying to get into treatment, you know, that was another brick wall, because, you know, only the people who had money and who had a different color skin was allowed treatment back then. Unfortunately, we wasn't, you know. But once, you know, the drug usage started reaching the outskirts of the city, entering different counties, entering the homes of different, you know, officials that was of a different, you know, culture and color, then the cry for help became a little bit more real. It started materializing into allowing us to go into treatment, to put us, you know, to give us opportunity to get better with the mental health, you know, and that's another big issue, mental health. You know, I think personally that the world suffers from mental health on certain levels, different levels, each and every one of us. Some of us more prominent than others when it comes to mental health issues. You know, some of us have more issues than others. But you know, just to see, you know, back then, it was so easy to hear about, you know, people, you know, selling drugs and making $100,000 a day, $80,000 a day, you know, versus nowadays you might hear about a person making $500, you know. And again, I want to talk a little bit more on mental health issues, particularly PTSD. In hindsight, you know, a lot of us in the African community suffer from PTSD, and we just wasn't diagnosed with it and had it addressed in such a fashion that we can recover from it. So we reverted to drugs. We started self-medicating with heroin and stuff like that. And as a result of the drug use, you know, when you have people that love you like your parents and your sisters and brothers, they become what you call enablers. And becoming an enabler is also an illness, you know, that's used to try to medicate this PTSD by ways of stuff like heroin. And I just find it to be unfortunate that you know, in the early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, you didn't see too many, well, it was homeless people, but you didn't see them as much as you see them nowadays with the signs. And what that tells me is that now that PTSD is being addressed, right? It's not being addressed in a fashion to help the suffering addict or the patient. You know, it's being addressed in a way of money. You know, these individuals that are out there suffering on this corner, who really has a mental health issue, is being looked at as a dollar sign versus a person who really needs help. And you know, back in the early 80s, man, you know, back in those times, you know, our families, you know, mainly my family and stuff like that, we heard stuff like that, you know, somebody suffering from PTSD and other types of mental illnesses. Your family name is what you embrace and upheld, you know. So in trying to embrace and hide that secret, we put a wall up to keep people out. But at the same time, that same wall that we put up to keep people out kept us locked in and we remained sick, and that illness evolved into what I want to again call enabling, because enabling is also an illness, and it's a big illness, man. And I'm here to tell you, as a person who suffered from mental illness once upon a time, is that I had to find the strength, right? Dig deep down inside myself and find the strength to want to do better. And the miraculous part about this is that when I started doing better, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, my enablers, they started to heal. It's something, man, that back in the 80s we kept a secret, but now we laugh and we joke about it and we make fun of people who walk up to our, cars, on, for instance, Martin Luther King and Marbury Street, Drug usage is a mental illness. For whatever reason they out there trying to elicit money is a mental illness. What I do is bigger than a party, man. Again, what I do has been created by a creation that's bigger than us, that's bringing all sorts of people together. People say, man, Terry T got addicts in his party, he got dope addicts, he got this type of person, he got that type of person. And that's what I love to hear. I love to hear it because you're telling me that my mission and my movement is in full progress. And it's in a process that some of us don't understand, but then a lot of us do because we see it. And I say that to say, when I go to the bank the next day after doing a party, they don't say, we're going to move this money to the side. This was a dope fiend money right here. Or this person right here was an alcoholic or whatever. Only thing they see is money that I'm bringing in, that these people supported me, believed in my creation enough to say, man, we wanna support this brother in this fashion because we believe in this brand. Is Baltimore a cliquish town? Yes, but the love I have for the people and the love that I have for our city and the love that I have for the music, man, it doesn't, the hate doesn't embrace me. I don't hold it. I see it and I bob, I weave, I shake it off, and I keep it moving. And I embrace the haters because they are people too. And I know that in this process of being successful at what you do. So, and I use the word successful, man, because I think it's a level of success, man, when I can go to sleep at night with a peace of mind. I think it's a level of success when I can wake up in the morning, with my son and my wife, and there's no hidden agendas. I think it's a level of success, man. Every time I give an event, I can give away tickets and I can bless people. Because to me, every person who supports me is a VIP. Every person. And there's no one who I put above the next at all. I don't care how small the problem may be. It's very important to me, for me to hear the problem and to address it. The music, man, when it comes to this thing called the music, I have a friend who told me when I first came back on the scene in 2019, he said, man, you have something that's called the it factor. And I'm questioning him like, well, what is this it factor? And he said the it factor is something that you can't put your finger on, but you see it when you see it. And he said, you look at people like Michael Jordan, they have the it factor. You know, LeBron James, he got the it factor. He say, man, you got this thing, Charity, and it's the it factor. And just the way you touch people's lives, you know, the way you deal with people, on and off the scene, on the turntable and behind the turntable, you know. And everything I do, I try to make it about the people, because we are more alike than different. And I use the music, again, which is the therapeutic process, right? That's the glue to us all come together and enjoying life, man. One party at a time, one event at a time, and just celebrating each other. When it comes to the music, I don't put a price on it. I don't put a price on it. I heard so many DJs bickering about what they should get paid, right? What they should get paid to DJ. And I'm not taking it away from them. Yes, you should, right? But you can't put your price on the next DJ at all. Your price is your price. And I have a set price. And most of the time, not sometimes, but most of the time, when the people that's trying to book me, when they can't afford me, right, I meet them, you know, in a place to at least at a price to where they can afford me, and I still give them the best of me, because music is all I have to offer, and it's one of the most precious things that comes from us, right? That I will never say is the star, but that thing that lies in me, that God has blessed me with, right? Which is the creativity, is the star. I don't care how expensive the DJ equipment may be. It means nothing without the skill set. It means nothing without the creativity. So many people asking, why you share your music? People ask you for folders of music. Why? DJs don't share music. And I tell them, I'm not them, you know. One thing that I know about DJing is that we can all have the same music, but no one will play it the exact same way. We all have our different fingerprints. It's just like being a carpenter. You have a lot of carpenters who have the same exact tools, but they all build different houses. And based on my creativity, which is my fingerprint, it's the way I present myself to the supporters and bring them all together. In reference to when people always ask me, well, you know, people don't put you on their parties, why you put them on your parties? Again, I said it's bigger than me. And now, if you're paying close attention, that creative or God or law, whatever you guys wanna call him, it, whatever, has given me a platform that is now bringing notoriety to our city, right? And I remain open to put any and all DJs on my platform. I give everybody a shot. But my greatest accomplishment, again, is bringing all sorts of people together. All sorts. Rather it be a recovering addict, rather it be a millionaire, rather it be the governor, the mayor, you know, all sorts of people. I do not put people in boxes. I never will put people in boxes, because I know what it feels like to be in a box of a creation of my own that I was in for 30 years, man. In 30 years, being in a box. So I myself don't put nobody in a box when it comes to fashion, when it comes to sobriety, when it comes to music, when it comes to parties, no matter what. And I treat everybody equally. Everybody. Whether a person dislike me or not, I treat them equally, because that's who I am. And I strongly believe that we teach people how to treat us. Man, the moment the We Rock Crew was formed, so there was a battle that was supposed to take place between Universe and Jeffrey G at a house party that was being given on Dolphin Street in West Baltimore. But instead of the battle taking place, Jeffrey G and Universe came together to form the We Rock Crew. The We Rock Crew was not solidified until the city, Baltimore City, certified us as the We Rock Crew. Unlike nowadays, you have so many rappers and DJs. We give ourselves, I heard DJs nowadays. There's so many legends, man. It's like, wow, it's like a legend. They just pop out of nowhere and DJs come out and say, I'm a legend. But and it wasn't like that, back in the day. The city, the supporters are the ones who certified you, So we was certified by the entire city. And let me add this. Although we was from McCullough Homes, Jeffrey G was from Murphy Homes, Universe was from Myrtle Avenue. Well, actually, Universe was from Trenton, New Jersey. But although we was from the project area, we didn't just represent the projects, man. We represented the entire city. The entire city. And it was nothing like doing a show with Run DMC, LL Cool J, the Fat Boys, Dougie Fresh, and we representing the whole city. Park Heights in the house, East Baltimore, Cherry Hill, Westport. We represented our entire city.
Hey, this song right here, this is a song that made the We Rock Crew. So if we know this song, I want everybody to sing along with it. Go with that shit, G. Go with that shit, G. Check it out. Oh, yes. Here we go. The She Rock, the T, Universe, Jeffrey G, and Terry G. He can rock, he wanna rock, when it goes on and on. So check out my phone, so who us? Number one. They working on the right, yeah. The raise in the business, we don't be. They want to do Jeffrey G. Who me? Jeffrey G, on the run, not down the hall. My girls in the face, if you know me, you know what DJ Terry G.
Who, me?
Terry G, rock the life in reality. Hey, all these days, they stop and bleed. When the We Rock MC, we rock MC, Universe, Jersey, ANC, Jeffrey G, with the crew, and the crew that you gotta see. When the We Rock MC, but that's how, we'll be strong and see. We are calling RLC. We make you rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, yeah. Come on, yeah. His name is Universe. It's the Universe. To rock and shout and rock and shout and rock and shout and rock and shout. So get up, stop it and see, get up. His name is Jeffrey G. My name is Jeffrey G. One name to rock and shout and rock and shout and rock and shout and rock and shout. So get up, stop it and see, get up. His name is Terry G.
My name is
DJ Terry G.
when I came to mix and scratch and mix and scratch and mix and scratch and mix and scratch.
So get up, stop it and see, get up.
One of my fondest memories, right, that I'll always remember is that we had a show at Rhythmscape with LL Cool J. LL Cool J, Grandmaster Flash, and Starsky Lovebug. And after the show, Jeffrey G was having a birthday party in a hotel. It was a hotel, I think it was called the Penrose Hotel. It was a hotel right across the street from Rhythmscape. And Jeffrey G was having a birthday party inside the hotel after the show at Rhythmscape. And just the love from LL Cool J and Grant, you know, the first five and Starsky, we all in the room, you know, they drinking beers and they battling, rapping, and they going back and forth, and just the love among the MCs and the DJs, man, because at that time, myself and DJ Spin, we was rivals, right? And we was rivals because he was on WEBB and I was on WWIN. And, you know, one day, Randy Dennis, he said, look, man, you know, we're going to do an Easter show that Play Those Wheels. And we want you guys to battle. And we're going to promote this battle. And, you know, man, DJ Spin, man, he like one of the best DJs I've ever seen in my life. You know, this guy is multi-talented, you know.
All right. So the battle with Perry T at Play Those Wheels back in the 80s, man, I don't even remember what year. I want to say maybe it was 84, 85, was absolutely crazy. The main thing that I remember was that somehow, some way I got sick. I had caught this like cold or some type of flu or something. And all I remember was that that day after I remember going to school and then coming home and having to just pass out. And then that night kind of got up and went down to Plato's. And I think that in the grand scheme of things, like when I'm sick, I'm probably at my best because I can't do anything in and of myself. Man, I was doing things that night that I didn't even rehearse. And one of those things was that I was actually doing microphone work, and I never would do microphone work as a DJ in the grand scheme of things. I would just let the turntables and all of that speak. But I was doing things like I was kind of talking trash and then would make the record or whatever record that I was using sort of talk trash, and then the records were speaking, you know, like saying stuff, man. It was crazy. And Terry, you know, he did his thing. He definitely did his thing. And the worst part about it was that, you know, you had to understand Play Those Wheels being in East Baltimore. We were sort of out of our element. We were, you know, West Baltimore guys, you know, from Park Heights and Liberty Heights and Twin Oak and that kind of thing. So, you know, going over East was, you know, especially during that time was not the best thing. But I don't know, man. You know, at the end of the day, the skills were presented, and I was just on top of it skill-wise. By the grace of God, I tell you, because I was definitely not feeling it. You know, I mean, and back then it was crazy because I was rehearsing like every day, like every single solitary day. You know, I would wake up in the morning and do some stuff, and then go to school, and then come back and then work on some stuff. So it was nuts. So, yeah, from my perspective, that's kind of what happened. They were really cheering Terry T on, but, you know, at the end of the day, the skills presented themselves, and that's what happened.
And on stage, we was rivals, but off stage, you know, we was friends. Unlike the DJ community now, you know, these jokers, when you could have a party and have two people more than them, or don't rock a party, and you know, it's all these attitudes, man, and it's sad because again, that goes back to the mental health part that we're speaking about, you know, and my love for the music, man, has been greater than me from back in the 80s, and that's the love that I have now for this music thing. I got that 80s love. That's why I bring out so many people, because they feel the love, they know it's real, and it's not a raunchy love, it's not that track love, it's that 80s hip hop, b-boy type of love. I'm talking about, man, when you're able to walk down the harbor with your boom box and you stand there and everybody form a line around you. You got two people in the middle of the circle and they start battling, but they doing the break dance and stuff like that. And back to DJ Spen and myself. So, like I said, we was rivals, and man, they set up a battle between DJ Spen and myself over at Plato's Wells. It was on an Easter night. I'll never forget. And I'm scratching, man, and I'm doing my thing, and the crowd is going crazy. You know, just battling. And DJ Spen, he get on. Man, he get to scratching, you know, and deep backspin, and the crowd going nuts. I never, ever, 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 ever seen a DJ start rapping. This guy started rapping and backspinning and scratching at the same time. I never seen it happen before, and I never seen it happen again after DJ Spen. And he won the battle. DJ Spen kicked my butt. He kicked my butt. But because I had so much street credibility, you know, I still survived the battle based off the street credibility, because again, the We Rock crew represented Baltimore as a whole.
He won the entire city. Everything he touches turns to platinum because he always shows everybody love. This man represents love. He exudes love. He's always honoring other people. Well, tonight, Terry T, surprise, surprise, we're honoring you. We have a surprise award for you. The mayor gives the key to the city, but we give the key to the streets. And Terry T owns the streets. Let me read this to you. It is a beautiful award, and it reads, BA Productions presents this prestigious award to the one and only Mr. Terry T, CEO of Terry T Productions, LLC. Your strength, resilience, and commitment to the Baltimore metropolitan area. There are only a few words to describe who you truly are. You never hesitate to provide guidance to anyone who comes your way. We appreciate your resilience more than you could ever imagine. Mr. Terry T, we salute and applaud your outstanding acts of kindness, commitment, and pure love to everyone. BA Productions 2023. Give it up for Terry T!
Wow, they really got me off guard with this one. So it's not about me, ladies and gentlemen. It's about us.
It's about you!
You know, they never show how thousands of us can come together and pause. And without y'all, none of this is possible. Y'all are the most important people at this event. You guys. And I was going to say thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Actually made sure that we got a chance to present you with that plaque. And as soon as you opened it, and I don't know if that was your like cousins or something like that.
Yeah, my daughters and them.
They was like, oh, that black tight, that black tight. And I wasn't even paying attention to what they were saying. I was just looking at the expression, and it was like, wow. And I knew. I said, he did not see this coming a mile away. And it made me feel good because I said, you know what? It only solidified the fact that you gave everybody else a plaque. And now you got yours for all of that you did, you know? And that went down in history for me that day.
I got a rhyme. I don't even rap, right? But I got something I want to add into this documentary, right? Of a rhyme that I made a long, long time ago. And for the rhyme, it go a little bit like this. I'm gonna take you way back when I first got down, making hip-hop jams and crazy G's. It was me, I was a DJ with 2 MCs. We was hip-hop stars, living large, living fast, doing hip-hop shows and making stupid cash. We had it going on. Our jams are so strong, they played them on the radio all day long. Kids looked up to me, women rolled my jock. We was known all over because our jams was hot. So tell me, do you remember or have you forgot who was rocking Baltimore from 84 to 88 at the Baltimore Arena and Rhythm Skate? Cherry Hill, Play-Dohs, plus the Matador. And don't forget Shakin' Bacon 4604. It was the We Rock crew. 3 of us and not 2 is Universe, Jeffrey G, and me, not you.
My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is My name is DJ Terry T. 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 My name is
Productions. We're in the lab. Me and my little lab. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Tell them what did we do last Saturday?
We're going to shut the city down.
Here we go. We coming. 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 We coming, here we go. We coming, here we go. We coming. We come to support you wherever you at. Here we go. We coming, here we go. We coming, here we go. We coming. We come to support you wherever you at.